I'm still in your head. So what, I left you unread. You know I'm moving silence. And I've been on a roll. Been so long that we in control. Views in the room, but she on that pole. Heard about yourselves, I ain't see him. Flying off the line in my DM. I don't have time for this, no. This is why you're always alone. Decisions you're making, I don't know what's going on, but that ain't none of my business. But I wanna move on. Always taking me round in circles. Always scared that I'm gonna hurt you. Now round and round we go, 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 round and round we. Always taking me round in circles. Always scared that I'm gonna hurt you. Now round and round we go, 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 round and round we go. Always taking me round in circles. Always scared that I'm gonna hurt you. Now round and round we go, 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 round and round we. Always taking me round in circles. Always scared that I'm gonna hurt you. Now round and round we go, 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 round and round we go. You know I'm still in your head. So what, I left you unread. You know I'm moving silence. And I've been on a roll. Been so long that we in control. Views in the room, but she on that pole. Heard about yourselves, I ain't see him. Flying off the line in my DM. I don't have time for this, no. This is why you're always alone. Decisions you're making, I don't know what's going on, but that ain't none of my business. But I wanna move on. Always taking me round in circles. Always scared that I'm gonna hurt you. Now round and round we go, 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 round and round we. Always taking me round in circles. Always scared that I'm gonna hurt you. Now round and round we go, 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 round and round we go. Always taking me round in circles. Always scared that I'm gonna hurt you. Now round and round we go, 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 round and round we. Always taking me round in circles. Always scared that I'm gonna hurt you. Now round and round we go, 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 round and round we go. You know I'm still in your head. So what, I left you unread. You know I'm moving silence. And I've been on a roll. Been so long that we in control. Muse in the room, but she on that pole. Heard about yourselves, I ain't see him. Flying off the line in my DM. I don't have time for this, no. This is why you're always alone. Decisions you're making, I don't know what's going on, but that ain't none of my business. But I wanna move on. Always taking me round in circles. Always scared that I'm gonna hurt you. Now round and round we go, round and round we go, round and round we go, round and round we go. She telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward, come for me. See, I don't know why I finally now I just spoke my mind. I know it's long since we spoke sometime, but this thing no play, I go change your mind. Just give me some time, any place, cause I don't have no time to waste. No more back and forth just like Lavia. That's all I wanna do right now. Grab it up, say you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man turn you over like a steering. Well, when me gonna grab it up, say you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man turn you over like a steering. Well, she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward, come for me. She telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward, come for me. See, I don't know why I finally now I just spoke my mind. I know it's long since we spoke sometime, but this thing no play, I go change your mind. Just give me some time, any place, cause I don't have no time to waste. No more back and forth just like Aaliyah. That's all I wanna do right now. Grab it up, say you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man turn you over like a steering. Well, when me gonna grab it up, say you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man turn you over like a steering. Well, she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what they telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what they telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where is she? She telling me to come forward, come for me. See, I don't know why finally now I just spoke my mind. I know it's long since we spoke sometime, but this thing no play, I go change your mind. Just give me some time, baby, please, cause I don't have no time to waste. No more back and forth just like Lavia. That's all I wanna do right now is grab it up. So you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man turn you over like a steering. Well, when me gonna grab it up. So you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man turn you over like a steering. Well, she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where is she? Where is she? She telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what they telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what they telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where is she? Where is she? She telling me to come forward, come for me. I don't know why finally now I just spoke my mind. I know it's long since we spoke sometime, but this thing no play, I go change your mind. Just give me some time, baby, please, cause I don't have no time to waste. No more back and forth just like Aaliyah. That's all I wanna do right now is grab it up. So you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man turn you over like a steering. Well, when me gonna grab it up. So you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man turn you over like a steering. Well, she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what they telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what they telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. change your mind. Just give me some time, any place. Cause I don't have no time to waste. No more back and forth, just like Aaliyah. That's all I wanna do right now is grab it up. Say on me, gonna grab it up. Body to body, make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man, turn you over like a steering. Well, when me gonna grab it up? Say you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body, make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man, turn you over like a steering. West telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what he telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. What she telling me to come forward, to come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go, yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward, come for me. Telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, to come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go, yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward, come for me. I don't know why finally now I just spoke my mind. I know it's long since we spoke sometime, but this thing no play, I go change your mind. Just give me some time, any place. Cause I don't have no time to waste. No more back and forth, just like Aaliyah. That's all I wanna do right now is grab it up. Say on me, gonna grab it up. Body to body, make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man, turn you over like a steering. Well, when me gonna grab it up? Say you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body, make a bend over the reeling. Bad man, turn you over like a steering. West telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, to come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go, yeah, yeah, yeah. Telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, to come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go, yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward, to come for me. I don't know why finally now I just spoke my mind. I know it's long since we spoke sometime, but this thing no play, I go change your mind. Just give me some time, any place. Cause I don't have no time to waste. No more back and forth, just like Aaliyah. That's all I wanna do right now is grab it up. Say on me, gonna grab it up. Body to body, make a bend up on that reeling. Bad telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, to come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward, come for me. Telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward, come for me. I don't know why I finally now I just spoke my mind. I know it's long since we spoke sometime, but this thing no play, I go change your mind. Just give me some time, baby, please. Cause I don't have no time to waste. No more back and forth just like Aaliyah. That's all I wanna do right now is grab it up. So you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man turn you over like a steering. Well, when me gonna grab it up. So you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body make a bend over the reeling. Bad man turn you over like a steering. But she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward.
It does kill it.
You made the decision to play Thiago. Klopp doesn't change the system. Move back left. You don't want to change from the 4-3. Boom, 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 boom. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, people? We're back again on the Jerry James Show. And we had to come to you with this breaking news. Now, big up to Temi Dyak. He's asking, where is JJ? Where is JJ? Well, guess what? JJ's working. I'm working. But I heard the breaking news and I was like, I've got to get it out to you guys. Just as I'm about to go live, I've got to go and pick up a work call. So it's a bit hectic. But the fact that you guys are still rocking with me, mad appreciation. I had to try and drop it to you as quick as possible. I told you we're coming consistent. We're here. Guys, I need to know, can you guys hear what I'm saying? Because yesterday my mic was acting up. I've decided to fix up my mic, but I don't know if you guys can hear. So just please give me a little, do you know what I mean? 1 2 1 2, mic check 1 2. It seems as though the mic is working. So until then, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to say anything. Tahir Qureshi, big up to Tahir, is saying yes. Got a shout out to all the man them in the building. The man that have been here from ages. We got Romulus, Simba, Chris LFC. We got Revenite in the building. Saying Mr. Brooks saying good morning to yourself. We got Endsman in the building. Also, we got DB, I'll be Frank, Zane, Phil Bidwell. We got Griff as well. We got Cohen. So many questions, man. So many questions we've got to get into. We got Streets of Proof Tem saying this cold song is cold. What the hell? Facts. The cold, the thing that is. The tunes are crazy. We've got Ladimus Prime saying the audio is good. Shout out to Ladimus in the building. GTV saying, yeah, we're good. Oh, that worked all cool. Anyway, let's get into it, man. Breaking news from Jacob Steinberg. Steinberg has actually been moving crazy in this window. Not any big journalist. He's not that guy. He was an ITK guy, but all of a sudden he's coming with gems and he's dropping the heat. Just as soon as he hears words of it, he's dropping it on Twitter, and it's crazy, man. I need to get up for you guys, so we need to obviously run through this together. Let me go and actually share my screen. Hold on. because you guys we need to go through this together, man. Also gonna have a couple other people. Jacob Steinberg, Jesus, man. Reporter for the Guardian, but you're a nobody, bro. I'm not gonna lie, you're a nobody. Hold on, let me share this with you guys now. Guys, make sure we are smashing the like, please. Make sure we're smashing the like. Yeah, crazy bid, as we know. Yeah, I mean, I haven't even said it yet. But there we go. As reported by Jacob Steinberg, this is almost an hour ago. We've got Liverpool have agreed a 60 million deal to sign Romeo Lavia from Southampton. They must still convince the midfielder to choose them over Chelsea. More on the Guardian Sports soon. Going on to say, Liverpool now the only club with an agreement with Southampton to sign Lavia. Chelsea will have to raise their bid. Breaking, massive news. This is obviously following Liverpool's whole situation. I mean, the game yesterday, knowing that Caicedo was obviously chosen Chelsea. G's in the building. Obviously, we're just going to do a quick one as well. Chat to me, G. What's this news saying? You excited? You happy? You gassed?
Can you hear me? First and foremost.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Can't hear you now.
Yeah, no. Yeah, in regards to the news in itself, gassed. Yeah. Well, gas. No, we haven't signed anyone to get gassed about. But I think in terms of potentially getting him in. Listen, there still sounds like there's got to be a lot of work to be done. Which is the worrying part of this. I'm not really understanding. Someone might have to explain it. I'm not really getting it. Like, one, I don't know why it's gone from 50 to 60. That's the first thing. And secondly, I don't understand what are we convincing him of. I don't get it. I thought that part was already done. I thought like he wanted to come to Liverpool. That's what I heard anyway. Like last week, do you know what I mean? It was all said and done. Boom, boom, boom. Chelsea in the mix. All of a sudden, he wants to go Chelsea. And if they do, obviously it's a very big if. If they do get both Lavia and Caicedo, yeah, there's going to be some difficult questions. In terms of this pool that we say that we have, because I don't understand how you're going in for two players, and the two players seemingly, from what we're seeing, obviously things could change. From what we're seeing, don't even want to come here. So they have preference to go to another team. I don't really understand like what's kind of going on, if I'm being totally honest with you. And the fact that we've been mucking Southampton around for so long, Lavia's probably looked at the situation and probably thought, you guys ain't really serious. You get what I'm trying to say? So I don't know, man. There's a lot to unpack there. Can't even lie, man. How are you this morning anyway? Sorry, forgot to even ask.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I forgot to ask as well. I just saw you pop up, so I was like, yeah, let me get into it. Big up to everyone in the building. We've got 150 in the building live. Make sure we're smashing the like. It's a morning stream as well. We're not used to these morning streams, man. So it's crazy. People are scaring me. Endman saying Lavia might go to Chelsea. Yeah, but guess what? The reason why Lavia will go to Chelsea, this is why Lavia will go to Chelsea. And the reason why there's a possibility is because essentially what's happened and what we've done is we've gone and negotiated and flirted with Lavia for almost 2 months now, yeah? And look, it's not been reported for 2 months, but best believe we're in contact with this player for a long time. Chatting to him about, what deals he wants, game time insurances, all that type of stuff. We then allow Chelsea to enter the market, right, and enter the move for Lavia. We completely say, we step away from the Lavia deal and focus all our attentions on Caicedo. Caicedo then subsequently rejects our offer, and now we come back running with the tail between our legs to Southampton saying, please, can we have your player? They now bump up the price. We have no choice but to go and spend more money than we actually wanted for a player that we didn't necessarily want to be a marquee starting signing. 60 million almost guarantees that now. I don't see a world where Liverpool get 2 DMs for 60 million. I know Caicedo was the exception, but it's just how I feel about the situation. I think we probably go and get a defender. I'm really worried because Lavia in this whole situation, probably excited about, his dream move to Liverpool, is now thinking, hold on, you tried to lodge me for Caicedo. You know what? I'm going to join that team because that team probably put a better proposal in. That's what's really, really, really worrying me, man. Really, really frustrating me. Really frustrating me. We're talking about, do you know what I mean, a player that I believe can go on to that next level. Do you know what I mean? Big up to Bill. Big up to Bill. This is exactly it. Chelsea were after Lavia last year. Facts. They were after Lavia last year. So they've already shown interest. Why would Lavia want to join Liverpool now? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And to go and spend 15 million more than our last bid is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, I really don't know what to say. I really do not know what to say. I was really excited to go and sign Lavia when we were going to. It does seem like it's a bit underwhelming now. It's not guaranteed we're going to go and get the signing. Boy, the question is, what happens if we don't get the signing and G just turned back up? So I might as well ask that question at you, G. No, all good, man, all good. But
what's that?
What happens? What happens if you don't? What happens if he rejects us?
But this is the point. This is what I'm not really understanding. Like, this is the bit I'm not getting. Is I thought all of this was like, I just assumed all this was just all formalities. Like, he would rather. I thought the situation as of last week was he wants to come to Liverpool, but Chelsea are trying to bid. Caicedo wants to go to Chelsea, but we are trying to bid. I thought it was like that. Now it seems like it's both players want to go to Chelsea now. That's the bit I'm not really understanding. And I assumed Klopp had already spoken with Lavia and all of that kind of. I'm assuming. I don't know. I haven't really seen too much in regards to that. So that's the bit that I'm just a little bit like, all right. So what's really going on? I just don't understand it. And again, Liverpool cannot lose both these battles. It actually couldn't even happen because, like I said, there's going to be some difficult questions that you're going to have to start asking. To the hierarchy, to the Klopp and the rest of them, like whoever's involved in all of this stuff, everybody who's involved. Yeah, this is if and again, I want to use that, but if we do not get at least one of these players, yeah, it's a massive, massive, massive L on Liverpool. And to be honest, it won't really even matter who you sign after that because you'll always have the kind of caveat that you're still missing out on players and things like that. So that's where I'm a little bit worried and a little bit, I just don't really understand like this whole situation. These things should all be wrapped up relatively quickly in terms of the Lavia stuff. Caicedo maybe not because we've come in at like the 11th hour, but I'm honestly, I'm just baffed. I didn't wake up this morning thinking, oh yeah, this will be a £60 million agreed, why it's gone up by 10, whatever. But I then just assumed it would just then go, all right, cool. Boom, it's agreed, and things should literally be done. Boom, 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 and we should be hearing by about in the next hour that things should just be rolling on. Now I'm hearing that his preference is to go Chelsea. What were we doing then for this last 2 months, 3 months that we've been courting after this guy? Like, come on, man, this is starting to get way too embarrassing for Liverpool right now.
Yeah, I mean, you summed it up. I don't really know what to say, man. Big up to Sadiq Edwards, man. I hope you're doing well. Sadiq is obviously saying, look, might reject us because of spite. And honestly, I wouldn't blame him. 100%. 100%, man. Like, not even because of spite, but it's like, imagine, spite, I don't know, man. Yeah, but imagine that. But imagine. It's different because we're going. Imagine, I can't even say that because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense like that. But it's just crazy to me. I can't envisage a world where you as a player would want to go and play for a team that you weren't first choice in, and it's evidently clear that you weren't. Whereas Chelsea, if you look at from the perspective of Chelsea, they've been trying to get him since January.
No. Who are you talking about?
Lavia.
Nah. Chelsea been trying to get this brother since last season. Bro, remember they put in the bid like after like 2 games last season. Last season when he played the 2-3 games, they were the first ones to even put in that bid after we'd seen him after his first game. I remember everyone started talking about Lavia. We're like, rah, this brother, he looked cold. Boom, 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 boom. And then all of a sudden it was just like, rah. Everyone was back thinking, why Chelsea putting it like brother's played like 2 games. We've never seen this guy play Premier League football. He's played like 2 or 3 games. And then poof, Chelsea were just like, yeah, this is when they still had Graham Potter, or maybe
Yeah.
even just after Tuchel came and had left.
No, no,
That's
no. If
when
it was two games, if it was 2 games, then that's still Tuchel. That's mad. That's still
Oh,
Tuchel.
then it's still Tuchel. Then it was still Tuchel. Like it was during
Wow.
that early period, they were the first ones to put the bid in. Southampton rejected it at 50 million, I believe, at the time. And then obviously, Latimer's Prime is saying it there. That's the first couple of Prem games. Yeah, I thought so. I remember them putting in the bid and thinking, right, already, like, all right, let's see what my man's on for the season. Obviously, did his thing, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, Southampton get relegated. So we're not first choice in anything. That's what it's seeming like at the moment. We seem to be, it seems like we don't have a plan, or the plan that we have is what Klopp does on the pitch, which is we've got a plan A, and that's about it. We just try to make plan A work really, really well. And then if that doesn't really work, then we're trying to just, fumble around for other things. So I can imagine he'd want to go to Chelsea. They've been talking to him for about a year now. You know what I'm saying? We're second, we're coming in second as per usual, man. It's so frustrating considering, what we actually needed, this summer. Klopp talking about getting players in and stuff like that. I'm now sitting here saying, so who did you want then? Like, I'm baffled. Like, who did you actually want? Because the players that you wanted, they didn't want you. So who are you asking for now? That's the bit that's confusing me.
Yeah. I think what's really worrying as well is that the more money we're spending on these players, the more expectation, and rightfully so, are going to be on these players to go and solve all the issues that Liverpool have. And obviously, we're going to talk about. Obviously, I'm going to talk about in the tactics ball later on today. But these issues, they're not just solely personnel issues, man. They're not. There's deeper issues at the club. If you're talking about why we're being defensively troubled, why we're, easy to get at, easy to play against. They're all tactical. And look, we're gonna speak about that obviously later on. But it's just worrying because. Do you see, in the world now, before I get into the comments, I know there's loads of comments, guys, make sure the comments are coming in.
Big up everyone in the chat, by the way.
Big up. Do you think Liverpool get another midfielder along with Lavia after spending 60 million on him?
If you do, then honestly, I don't really know. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I just think that the plan for this window, which tells me that you didn't actually want to sign that many midfielders, because as soon as Fernando, Fabinho and Hendo left, it's almost like we're scrambling. That tells me that you never intended to really buy midfielders then, because you were obviously anticipating that these two would more or less stay. And if they stayed at least for this season, this wasn't a problem that you thought you would have at this point, in the window. Maybe getting in one potential midfielder. Now you're in a situation where you need two. Even though I thought we've always needed two, but now you really need two. And the market is kind of a bit janky at the moment. Lavia 60 mil, Caicedo a further 50 million added on top of that. How much is anyone else going to cost you when everyone knows, bro, you just went to the club and you just bought all the girls at that table, all of them drinks. You just bought all of them drinks. So guess what? We all know about the Gap Boys, at the end of the rave, they know who to find. So all these clubs, they're looking at you thinking, boy, this is the team. This is the team that's got some money. So guess what? We're going to put the price up. You want our player? We're definitely going to put the price up. And then on top of that, as Street Prove the Thames is saying, big up yourself, we still need centre backs. So how much are they going to cost you? You get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's crazy. It's actually crazy, though.
Yeah, 100%, man. Need to get obviously reaction here. So we got Roms there as well.
Yeah.
Chat to us, man. Chat to us. Give us your reaction, man. 60
You know
M's on
Big up
Lavia.
Roms, man. Big up Roms.
This is just embarrassing because it's similar to the Caicedo thing with Chelsea. I think, when you've had a long time.
Okay, first and foremost, good morning to you, Ramel. Jesus Christ. Crazy. Yo, I didn't even come in and say good morning and them thing there.
You know what? That I have no manners. JJG, I hope both of you are good and well.
I don't care about Lavia. It's about good morning, manners and that. At least we got standards. I don't know about Liverpool, but we got standards. Jesus Christ.
Everyone inside, it's Liverpool infiltrating me, bro. I'm getting bad at this. Oh, they're messing with my head. But now, big up everyone.
He's moving that schmacker in the deal. Do you know what I mean? Not even like hello, good morning. He's just like Scheisse, 60 million. Do you know what I mean? Like rah,
Bro. Not even like good morning, is everyone okay? Like big up ends in the chat as well. Hey, yo, Jesus.
Oh,
Like,
Schmacker went to Lavia earlier in the window, innit? They went to do negotiations. He reached out his hand, like, hi, my name's whatever, I'm Southampton. Scheisse, 35 million, Lavia. Like, man's like, but we told you it's 50. 9, 40.
Don't kill me. But yeah, cool. It's similar to the Caicedo thing where you've had such a long-term target, when we've kind of swooped in last minute, from a pride standpoint, that we're not losing this player to these guys. Now, with the Lavia thing, it's very embarrassing. Johnny, me personally, if I was Lavia, I'm not picking up the phone. What, I'm your sighting? I was supposed to be your priority, and you've disrespected me through the whole window. But we have to now sign him. Yes, we got bumped. Yes, it wasn't the right method. Yes, it's gone from 50 to 60. But we spoke about this. We knew this was a possibility. Southampton feel violated. Let's have it right. They do feel violated. But we have to now sign the player. Whether we do or not, I don't know, because there's pros and cons to this. To check both teams, you get straight into as it stands right now. Nkunku was a blessing. Nkunku being injured was a blessing in disguise for Lavia, because Enzo will probably push up a bit forward and he'll play in that pivot with a Caicedo, which is just scary. But at the moment, he walked straight into both clubs. But I think long term, once Nkunku comes back, you have to start your 200 million plus midfielders, and Nkunku probably plays in that 10. But it can work. Maybe Lavia's in that midfield 3, Enzo in the 10, and Nkunku out wide, because he is versatile. But I think Lavia's thinking from a standpoint, I may want to go Liverpool because I go straight in. I'm going to be a consistent starter. Remember, it's Euro year at the end of this season. But we have to sign him now, whether you agree with it or whatnot. If we don't, I feel embarrassed anyway. Like I've been down the last 2-3 days. But the way we've been chasing this guy, similar to Chelsea said to themselves, no, we've been chasing this guy done all the groundwork for Liverpool to nick him. We're going to pay whatever. We're going to match whatever. We're going to offer whatever to convince him. And they've been successful in doing that. We kind of now have to do the same with Lavia. However, if he is motivated by money, there's only one winner in this. Let's be honest. And Chelsea, I don't think they'll go any higher than what they go, because to them, this is just a backup. They don't necessarily need him. But let's say they cheekily put in another bid excess of 60. So let's say they go 65. We might have to go up again. Whether people agree or not, we have to get this guy. From a dignity standpoint, we have to get this guy.
But what happens if, so we've done 60, yeah? If they do a 70, if they do a cheeky 70, what, you paying 75 M's for Lavia?
You're right. That's when
Liverpool ain't
it's
gonna sign anybody
bro.
for like 5
We've
years.
done the groundwork on this guy to
It doesn't matter, man. You decided you've done the groundwork, but you should have done the groundwork knowing that. Do what it is. It's like, yeah, hypothetically, you have person A and person B, yeah. You got person A that his way of getting things, yeah, is he's just gonna splash the cash. It's, you know what, helicopter at first dates in the flipping New York. We're doing this. I'm taking you to DXB. You're going to Dubai. Doing all of this type of stuff. And you got the other guy that does it more through personality and smaller gestures. You might have a picnic in the park. You might have something else. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The guy that does the picnic in the park and does the little chocolate dipped strawberries and packs overnight and all of that. Yeah. Does the old romantic thing. Do you know what I mean? The humble person. Like myself, I'm a humble person. Yeah. He's decided he wants to rock with the big boys. So he decided, actually, we're gonna go for the same goal, but I'm not gonna try and lotion you the way I usually do. I'm gonna try show man like, yeah, you know what, I got peas as well.
Yeah.
There's only one loser in this, because it gets to a point where man's like, the other brother, even if it's outlandish, he's like, I don't care. I'm gonna pay £500 for this meal, even though it's overrated. Whereas you're like, this £500, I've got nothing left.
It's not.
You know what I mean? Like, I need to actually play that, bro.
Yeah, play it.
Yeah, play the damn thing, man. Because it's Liverpool right now. Now, man.
It's not just.
I've got nothing left. I've got nothing left.
Yeah, it's not sustainable still.
It's not. You then, or you either react like this, or you're going to be reacting like this, innit? When you find out the amount you've had to go and pay.
An overdraft setting.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? You're like, but you're making yourself all sick. Like, rah, I can't believe I ate that meal, and that's what's happened.
Until this
That's
day,
what's
I don't understand why Donny was putting his hand in his mouth, bro. That should have been a scene where you cut away and then cut back to the time that he then.
No, do
Like,
what
it doesn't make sense.
it is. They guarantee you, because obviously that was a live thing. You know, that was a live
Yeah.
thing. Obviously, the Easter
Yeah,
was
no,
live.
but then you can still pan away to another
No,
part
you
of the just quickly.
No, you can, but man wanted man wanted to make himself throw up. So he thought it would be a comfortable thing, and he was starting it from before. He was going, but it wasn't working. So when it wasn't working, he was putting his fingers deeper in, and he was like, pause. And he was like, actually, it's not working. That's when it
Pause.
You know what it is? It was an impulsive thing that just did not bang. Like you can tell as a viewer, like it just didn't bang at all. But
yeah, it's crazy. We're gonna have to obviously get into the comments because people got a lot to say, man.
Yeah, listen, man. All of you lot here early doors, man. Like, big up your damn selves, man, and much love and appreciation. Real talk. Real talk.
You know what? Hey, the South Coast might be somewhere to move. You know, the South Coast is that they got money at the moment. 110 for Caicedo, 60 for Lavia. You know what I mean? Like, if they get 60 for Lavia, I'm pretty sure that's almost like 90 million for Southampton.
Ain't that where what's his name from? What's his name? Ain't that where RD and that's from? Yo, man.
Well, Prowse, innit? I was thinking, where's the other 30? But he's gone West Ham now, innit?
Exactly, man. Exactly. Big up to Cohen saying, why does FSG continue to embarrass themselves and fans like this? They reject Lavia, run to pay 110M for Caicedo, who tells them, shoo, flybird. They then run back Lavia, pay 60 million, who rejects them. Oh, man. We got Rever Knight saying, obvious what happened. Here's Moses' agents. Moise Caicedo agent played a blinder and got us to bid when he always wanted Chelsea to get him to bid. And now we've been forced to go back for Lavia instead of just doing this first. Facts. We've got Romulus saying, ended up paying more. What a joke. Paid the 50M 4 weeks ago. We've got Zane saying, hindsight, a beautiful thing. Maybe we should have just paid the 50Ms in the first place. We've got Phil Bidwell saying, if we paid the 50 in the first place, we would have still overpaid, but not as much as what we've had to agree to pay now. We've got Griff saying, Lavia wants Liverpool, so I don't think the deal will be a problem. We hope he wants Liverpool. That's what we hope, man. We hope he wants Liverpool. Zane saying, we're linked with Sangare. Would you take with Lavia? I'm going to try this at G.
As a first option, no. But as an option, because there's no one else, then, bro, just get someone at this rate. Yeah, I mean, I don't really I don't really rate Sangare like that. Like, I know a lot of people do. I don't think it's that good, but
what I'll say about
right now, we need something.
Sangare, right? I know you're going to run the jokes, but when I went to watch PSV at the Emirates, right, what I'm going to say is, see how our fans get frustrated at Nunes? I'm just going to leave that there.
Yeah, we don't need that at DM. I'll tell you that.
Exactly.
I don't need that in a more crucial position. Like.
Exactly. Because you know, if it's further up the field, it's like, for fuck's sake, man, but it's up the field. There's no real danger. If you're doing that in the middle of the park, yeah, man. I'm not his biggest fan. But like you said, G, we're starving. Who are we to pick? Beggars can't be choosers. Who are we to pick? Because we're choosing. I'm
not gonna lie. I swear to like, people think I'm joking. Yeah, I swear. If someone said to me, McTominay, you know, he's available. Gallagher is available. Flipping.
Is it just me? Gallagher pulled out yesterday. He was getting harsh criticism. I thought he played all right.
The thing is, I've said this about Gallagher though. I've said this about. I'd rather him than like Dewsbury Hall. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of what he will do for what Klopp wants his midfield to clearly do, he'd probably be an actual option that you more or less should probably go for what Klopp wants, not what we want.
No, but even Klopp, so would Dewsbury, bro. Dewsbury is a typical Klopp player. Energy.
Hey, he wasn't saying about this Dewsbury guy.
Doesn't do anything special.
I'm taking. I don't think you might understand. Like, I'm taking Sander Berger. Like, if can we do a deal?
You look comfy in the six against City.
You look comfy against City. You look comfy there. You know, you look comfy in that. He didn't mind receiving the ball, knowing that De Bruyne and Silva were pressing him. He didn't mind. He didn't mind it. And I told you, he didn't mind it.
Just move on with your question. Not getting into it.
He didn't mind it. Prince 11 saying Florentino Luis is right there. We can get him for 50 M's. Isn't his price tag like something like 90 M's as well or something? The release clause.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's quite. I think it's even euros. So I think it might even be cheaper.
Okay. Prince 11 saying, bro, George Schmackcast needs to leave my club ASAP and get Hogan away from doing these transfers. Clueless. Yeah, it's mad. M Time Izzy, big up to M Time Izzy saying, I think Lavia will join us, but expectations tempered down after such a shocking turnaround last week. Yeah, U-turn last week. Facts. We got to hear Qureshi saying 2 years chasing Jude, now Caicedo and Lavia. It's really embarrassing. Facts. We got Sadiq saying might reject us because of spite, and honestly, I wouldn't blame him. I hear that. Prince 11 saying, Jerry, we should walk away and get another DM, and the world does not revolve around Caicedo and Lavia. No, it don't. But when you've wasted this amount of time on a player, unfortunately, it does now. It's like I can tell someone, bro, like your world don't revolve around like any particular person or your girl or your this. When you put time and years into your girl, like your life is gonna revolve around her to some point. So it does, because we're looking around and it's like, yeah, like we put all the energy into Lavia. We tried to do this quick thing to Caicedo, and now we're back at Lavia. I don't think Liverpool have anyone else on the shortlist that they'd want. And yeah, Liverpool's not an attractive proposition at the moment, especially at this point in time. Louis Las Vegas saying, is this good news or bad news? I can't work it out. You let me know, bro. You let me know, Louis, man. I like Lavia, but is this good news for Liverpool? I'm not sure, man.
JJ, you might have answered this early in the video because obviously I couldn't watch the first part. But do you think he comes? For me personally, I don't. I'm not even gonna. I still want him because I do rate the player, but I don't think he comes. I think from a dignity, from a pride standpoint, you lot don't rate me like that. You have 3 bids with the difference of being 7 million between all 3 of them. If you really rated me, Southampton have been consistent. Just pay the 50. We'll agree it. Apparently, personal terms were agreed with him weeks ago. If you lot really rated me, you would pay up. And he's seeing a Chelsea now that acted quicker. Yes, he's probably not guaranteed to start long term, but it does look more attractive. Let's be honest, from a geographical point of view, London's probably nicer to live than Liverpool, like Cheshire, wherever the players live in that area. I think Formby, Tom Little was saying. But I've got a bad feeling about this one as well. We've only got ourselves to blame. But yeah, do you think he comes? You may have answered it already in the video, but I don't know.
I look, put it this way. I don't know, but if I was him, I wouldn't come. I'm sorry, I just wouldn't go. If I was him, I'm not going. I agree 100% what you're saying. We've got Social Join saying, not going to lie, it's going to be hard for a team up north to compete with a team from London. For players already playing in the south, wages, the city, commute, Eurostar to Belgium, projects, game time, facts. We've got Prince 11 saying, Jerry, Salah wasn't our first choice. Give Lavia a good contract and assure him game time. We need to move fast. Yeah, but we didn't make it clear. It's not like we went and bid. Yeah, it's not like we were bidding for Salah. They rejected. Like we couldn't do the Salah deal, so we went and then bid 100 million for flipping Brandt, and that didn't work. So we went back to Salah. That's the problem, man. That's the problem. Louis is also saying, look, we should move on from both players, wipe our mouths and look elsewhere. That's crazy, you know, on our knees, you know, begging, telling us to wipe our mouths. Man. It's like trying to link a girl. She said, I like you, but I like your mate more. No, even if you get her, she's never committed. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Facts.
We got C1 saying, Wagwan Roms, you didn't respond to my tweet.
Bro, my head was hot yet. Please just bear with. My head was hot, bro. It was hot. Big up C1 there.
We got Donovan saying, until I see Lavia at the club with contracts signed, I refuse to get excited. Having offered 60 million also is embarrassing considering all the cheaper offers we made. 100%, man. We've bottled this one, man. We also got man like K Mac in the building. Big up. Yeah, we can hear you, man. Quick reaction, man. 60 M's on Lavia. You got your man.
I think people are also not understanding that we've got Euro football to offer. We've been turned down by 2 players. Chelsea haven't.
Mm.
I mean, how bad's that? How bad is that? Euro football normally gets your players. Is it really that grim up north? I mean, I don't live up north anymore, but it's nuts.
Do you know what it is? This
I-
notion of, and I was even guilty of this, when everyone's like, oh, Liverpool's not a nice place to live, etc., etc.
But you don't live in
You need
Liverpool,
to
you live in
understand it's
Manchester.
not exactly, or I think it's Cheshire or one of them areas where City, United, and Liverpool players all live together. Normally, you're renting from. I even saw a story. It wasn't Roy Keane renting from, or Solskjaer was renting from someone else, but they were in a rival team. I can't remember if it was a City or Liverpool team. But and Tom was saying the irony: the only player at the time, probably our most, alongside Gerrard, our best player that was actually living in Liverpool was Torres on the docks. That's according to Tom. So no one really lives there, but London, it just has more to offer. I'm not gonna lie. Better restaurants, better lifestyle. Your family just want to live there, but yeah, man, I don't know if this Lavia.
I think it. I'll be real. At the end of the day, I think it's just about the project that you're offering these people. It's clear for everyone to see. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like in terms of between us and the Chelsea, you're looking at both projects. I get it in terms of let's say on one side why you would choose Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp, because you might look at it and say, all right, you know what, you choose Liverpool. They were previous Premier League champions a few, like 4 years ago, whatever it was. They've won the Champions League recently and they've gone to bare finals and whatever, blah, blah, blah. So there's that one side of things in that kind of sense. You then look to how it might look to players. And this is why I always say to fans, I'm always like, people are telling you things without actually telling you, but it's like you refuse sometimes to kind of see it. Like they're kind of almost showing you to a certain degree.
It's ignorance.
As what they see. It might be you got the blinkers on, you know what I mean, the red tinted glasses, whatever it is. But it's like anytime I say it, obviously it sounds like I'm coming from a place of, oh yeah, well, you've been a hater, you want this guy to go. It's like, bro, I'm not even the one saying it anymore. Players are actively coming out and showing you. So I don't like.
You know what it is?
What do you want?
It's arrogance. It's arrogance. It's the arrogance of it. We just expect these players to just turn up. Like, oh, yeah. It's Liverpool. Oh, the Klopp hug. Oh, this. Oh, that. And we just expect, like guys, like we really have to try hard to get players. We really have to do the work now. We have to sell the project. Like we have to get all the marketing people in. Whatever. We need to put the work in. Like you can't just rock up at these players and expect them to just fall at their knees and want to come to Liverpool. It just doesn't work like that no more. The pull's not there anymore. Like, it's so blatantly obvious. We've been turned down so many times now by players that we could have got under Rafa Benitez. We probably could have got under Rodgers, if I'm honest. Like we could have got them under Klopp under the first couple of years. But it's stale, and players don't want to come to us. Like at the end of the day, like Thiago came out and said, when he came to us, all he's done is ran his ass off. Like it's not fun. Like a lot of players are starting to come out. It's not fun at Liverpool. Like that happy lifestyle is not there anymore. Players are leaving. Mane left. Firmino left. These guys left. Like they were asked to stay and they walked away. Like Fabinho left. Henderson's left. Like,
you know what came out?
If it's really that good, then they stay.
You're spot on, because how many times have we heard Klopp come out and say, I tried to convince him to stay, but they end up cutting. So you've got a point. But I think ultimately down to Lavia, right? Like I said, there's pros and cons with both Chelsea and Liverpool. Because Liverpool, I do feel, as it stands, he does get into that Chelsea team. But once the injuries start coming back, in countries and whatnot, he doesn't. Liverpool, he knows he gets in now and in the future. Chelsea can't have spent north of 250 million on two centre midfielders and not play them with Nkunku in the middle, because I don't think they see him as a wide player there. Even though he can play there. So Lavia knows I'm on borrowed time. I'm only going to be starting for a certain amount of time. And like you alluded to earlier, they've got less competition than us. We can offer him more games. And it's Euro year. However, money talks. And if they do the whole 8-year contract with him as well, and they offer him a good wage and it's stability for him and his family over a sustained period of time, that's going to also turn his head. So I think it's literally 50-50 right now. You'll get some of our fans that have Keepin that say, no, he still believes us, but you don't 100% know that, because then you look at some of the Chelsea reporters and they're saying, look, it's like he's leaning more towards them. So this one, I think we just have to be patient and wait till it hands out. I still want him, because I need to ask you two, because I don't think
we've agreed terms. I don't even think we've spoken to him. I really don't.
You don't think?
No, I don't think we've spoken to him. I think Chelsea have done all the groundwork. Look,
apparently
as much as we slate Todd Bowley, at least he talks to bloody players.
Yeah,
like, we're not even doing that now. Is he scared? At least he gets done for tapping up.
Back. I think crazy. It was reported by a lot of credible journalists that we did agree personal terms with Lavia weeks ago. I don't know how true it is, but a lot of credible people reported that. And the same thing I asked JJ, do you two think he comes to Liverpool now? Because me personally, I don't think he comes, and if I was him, I wouldn't come. I want the player. I've been fond of this player before he even went to Southampton. I saw him in a few youth games, and the first thing people say is that's not a good indicator, but sometimes you can just tell someone's talent and what they could potentially reach. But do you two think he comes? Because I just don't, I can't see it now. Like, I just think he feels a bit violated and a bit disrespected and a bit underappreciated as well. But yeah, do you two think
you got to realize, I know everyone keeps saying, oh, money, but again, let's keep it 100. At the end of the day, yes, the money is obviously going to be more because they can pay that kind of money over whatever the year contract is. But at the same time as well, you've got to understand that there is actually a product, and everyone's laughing at Todd Bowley. And I said this last season, and I'm going to still say the same thing. Everyone keeps laughing at the kind of players that he's buying, and they're like, oh, he's buying too many players and stuff like that. And he can't, in the end, he's not going to have that many world-class players within. No institution buys that, like, will buy a load of players thinking that every player is going to be world-class. No institution in the entire world, even Real Madrid, won't sign a player thinking he's going to be world-class. They hope. Everyone hopes. And you might have a slight indicator for certain players that they can go on to be, depending on progression and various other factors. And you might just think, okay, this is the guy that we're going to put all our eggs in, i.e. Real Madrid buying Vinicius as an example, saying, all right, he's going to be our like main star attraction, you know, in the future and blah, blah, blah. But no one buys a bunch of players and just thinks they're all going to be world class. You buy them for so many various reasons. You buy them, one, to potentially be squad players to sell in the future, because you know that they're the type of player, because of where they come from, because of the countries that they've played in, because of the type of player that they are. They're going to have some level of a market value, which might be even double than what you're already paying for this player. So they might sign a player now for 25 million, knowing that in 2 seasons, they'll send him out on loan for 2 seasons with no intention probably to even play him, and end up selling the guy for 50 mil when he hasn't even played a game for Chelsea. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, with an institution like Chelsea, look at the way that they've done business literally since Abramovich has come in. They don't just sign people for the sake of signing. Sometimes it's about other factors, and that's how they keep making a lot of money as well as spending. Do I think Lavia would come in? Again, I think like you, 50-50. We'll wait and see. If he wants to go to Chelsea, that's all I'm saying. Like, he wants to go to Chelsea. Ultimately, that's now 2 players who don't want to actually come here. So if you sign these 2 players, just know in the back of their mind, they don't want to be here. So that ultimately means that at some point in time, we're going to start hearing a story where he's unsettled in the city. He is very quiet in training. He doesn't really interact with some of the lads. Something along those kind of lines. When he has like a poor couple of games or a poor 6 months or whatever the case may be, we'll start hearing these things, because we already knew you didn't even want to come here. So now that you are here, it's almost like not being forced, because at the end of the day, you still agreed a contract, but you've been put in a position where it's like, I'll just take the second option then. You know, like, fuck it. Like, I might as well. You know what I mean? I don't want to be at Southampton, so I just want to be somewhere else. So let's just go with that. And that is the point.
Do you know why you're spot on? You're actually spot on, because if stuff come out that further down the line, like you said, like you know what, I'm feeling a bit unsettled, I want to leave and whatnot, then obviously our fans base will naturally get
Ron. He won't even say I want to leave. No.
I know he won't say that.
It will just be, he's unsettled. Like, yeah.
They'll try and. We know what the case is, but obviously they'll cover it up, especially our PR and whatnot. But what I'm trying to say is, let's say the club he goes to after us, when he has that interview, he might even say something cheeky like, to be fair, like, kind of what Sanchez did to United. Like, I didn't really want to be there from the first training session. He will say, I actually think he'll say it once he leaves the club. Of course, he's not going to say it once he's at the club. But, and it's a thing where obviously we'll get onto him, we'll diss him, whatnot. But then we're not looking at it for what it is. He didn't actually want to come us. Yes, 2-3 weeks ago he did. But as it stands, as of now, I agree with you. I don't think he wants to come us now. I'm just going to be so honest. I don't. And big up Honesty, because I know Honesty's saying he still favours us and we've agreed personal terms. But big up We Know as well, because I think personal terms, yes, they were yesterday's personal terms. That we need to add something more now. We need to persuade him a bit more. Maybe let's say we offered him a 90k a week. Maybe we need to put it now up to 110 because of how he feels. He's like, you need to show me you appreciate me now. Do you know what I mean? Or you need to show me that you still value me. We're going to have to change something because as it stands, I don't know, man. I can't see this. I can't see this happening anymore. And go on.
Yeah. Can I just say something as well? Like what we seem to have done is we seem to have just gone scattergun and we seem to have just jumped on someone else's transfers, because Lavia and Caicedo were always the DMs that Chelsea wanted, and we just jumped on the back of them. Like, if we've now got money, which seems to be the issue with Thuram because he's 60 million, why don't we just go back in and get Thuram and Kone? Like, we've spoken to their agents. We've already scouted them. We've done all the groundwork on those two players. Why don't we just go back in and buy them and job done? And we'll do the release clause on Inacio. Like, we are absolutely crying out for a defender and we're absolutely crying out for a DM. Like, whether that's going to help us or not, I don't know, because the tactics are still an absolute mess. But those two players or three players are all available. We've done all the groundwork on them. Like, just go and get it done. Like, stop trying to hijack other people's deals. Like, especially Chelsea, who can just outbid us and outwage us every single time.
K-Mac, you made a very good point. And I think our families tend to forget this. This ain't a thing where Chelsea tried to hijack us. Out of us, United, Arsenal, and Chelsea, then we were all interested. Interest emerged for Lavia. They were the first. It's not like this is all of a sudden. They have been on Lavia. They just called their interest of recent because they prioritized Caicedo a bit more. They probably looked at alternatives. But in terms of that first initial interest, it was Chelsea. And
Melissa Reddy, they did 7 bids on Caicedo. So they were definitely working on him. 7 bids they did on Caicedo and 4 on Lavia. Like, you know, that's a lot. That's a lot of bidding. So they've been in there for those two players. I think they went up to 50 million last year for Lavia. So they wanted Lavia a long time. That sounded a bit geisha, that, didn't it? Lavia a long time.
This is getting ridiculous, you know.
Nah, listen, look, at the end of the day, I think we are in a situation at this kind of moment in time. I mean, I'm literally on the computer as well doing some work, and I'm looking at like other streams and stuff.
You're
like
scouting
that.
Dewsbury Hall, aren't you? You're doing.
Oh hell no! I haven't even started to look at that guy and worry about him. To be honest with you, I've been doing some other stuff, but looking at some other players. But I'm looking here, and I can just see obviously just stuff like Lavia deal agreed, with Chelsea and Liverpool. I see it on Big Up the Terrace, Big Up Terry over there. I'm seeing other people talking, like other Chelsea fans as well, talking about, Lavia potentially joining them. They seem to be quite confident. These times we've agreed a bid for the guy. These times they're confident that they're going to sign it, and they haven't even agreed a bid. To my knowledge, I don't think so. Or we've agreed more. 55, sorry, yeah, 50. We've just agreed more, but they feel like they're quite confident. Listen, ultimately, we don't know what's going to happen. And it seems like a lot of to-in and fro-in in terms of the information that's getting put out there. One thing I do want to say, though, to everybody who keeps talking about these journalists, after speaking to someone I used to speak to a long time ago, and they're a journalist now, we're getting onto all these journalists for saying, like people getting onto Fabrizio saying, yeah, like he's a Chelsea mouthpiece and Ornstein now all of a sudden. I'm like, bro, you go to go to university and study journalists and come back to everybody and get people telling you that, oh yeah, you're a mouthpiece, this, that, and the third. Bro, they're just journalists. At the end of the day, they're just posting out whatever they get told is what they're going to put out. Whether it's true, whether it's false, it really is irrelevant. As long as they've done their due diligence, hence why, if you see it on all of these Liverpool accounts and other fans' accounts, I see everyone's got a tier system now. They've got a tier system of where they would rank the journalists. Why do you have a tier system? You have that because these are the top ones. So Fabrizio, David Ornstein, they're obviously the elite Messi, Ronaldo type of, journalists out there. So when they're saying something, I'm not saying you take it as gospel, but I promise you, I'm hearing what they're saying over some ITK. Like, I don't care about any of these stupid ass ITKs or any person who tells you on their streams or whatever, well, I heard it, forget. All of them are just chatting shit. Sorry for swearing so early in the morning, but they're all just chatting rubbish. These guys are telling you what you want, like, that are telling you what is actually going on in the situation. We don't even know a tenth of what's even happening. Yet we keep getting onto these guys saying, oh, but Fabrizio just a tapping merchant, or Fabrizio keeps repeating the same news. Brother, he's repeating the same news because that's the only news to repeat. It's the same thing every day, but he's just giving you that level of information. So when we're getting onto these guys, I'm like, guys, just chill. They're just journalists. They're just journalists, man. We're angry at the wrong people. Be angry at Liverpool. Be angry at Chelsea. Be angry at your clubs for not doing exactly what it is that you want them to do. Like, this hating on these guys is cringe, man. Like, I'm seeing, and not just Liverpool, by the way. This isn't an attack at Liverpool. I've seen every fan base has like people in there who keep getting on to journalists, and I'm like, I don't understand how you, who doesn't have any knowledge of the game, of the inside the game, are telling everyone else, yo, hear what I'm saying though? This guy's chatting shit, bro. You don't know nothing. Just leave it out, man. Let these guys do their job.
Give them a break as well. It's their time. Like when the transfer window closes, they haven't got a huge amount to do with the transfers anymore. So,
do you know what?
It's like, about their business, man.
Everyone's acting like it's just Liverpool fans at the moment that hate Fabrizio, because let's be honest, we're touchy at the moment.
I wasn't just talking about Liverpool fans, by the way.
That's what I was bringing on, Jerry, not on G. This summer in particular, not even this summer, let's say this calendar year, Fabrizio's just getting enough unnecessary hate, like, for no reason.
No, but the reason why is because, listen, we love Fabrizio if every day we welcome him. So here we go, Mbappe secured for Liverpool. Here we go, Tchouaméni signs for Liverpool. We love it. When you're hearing "Here we go" and you're only
exactly in a bad way,
we don't like that.
And the "Here we go" came from Paul Dress because they weren't. It was just like a release clause. There's no. I mean, of course you're not gonna like him because everything else you hear is Bellingham. Here we go, going to Real Madrid. Caicedo, here we go, going to
JJ. That's not
all for other teams.
No, but that's not even just my point. I mean, this year in general, like, I see other fan base getting on to him as well. And I'm like, what's
man? Like,
he's just doing his job. Fabrizio's on this, a 50-cent thing. Why are you saying about me?
Yeah, bro. Like, why am I getting heat because your club ain't patterning up what they need to pattern? I'm like, what? Like, are you mad at a journalist who's giving you the info? You know what? If journalists turned around and said, you know what, Bundes, man, not giving you any news. How about you got to pay for my news now? How about you've now got to pay a subscription to hear any Here We Goes? And it's going to be a $5, a $10 a month. Yeah, people are going to be starting to keep quiet then, boy. Only a select few people are going to be paying for that info. So let's wait and see.
Shout out to Michael Ramsey with a super chat. 2 seconds. Shout out to Mike Ramsey with a super chat. Liverpool have no shame.
Hey, leave us alone, man.
Can I just say something before we go, though? We didn't have a plan to sign any more midfielders. We do know that, don't we?
I mentioned that before.
And McAllister, that was it. Like,
if Fabinho and Henderson stayed, 100%.
Yeah, we've been caught cold, 100%.
100%.
I haven't got a clue.
What
have scouts been doing? Like, seriously,
they've been scouting, but we just haven't acted.
Southampton and Brighton. Is that it?
I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's a case of scouts. Sorry, Joe. Go on.
Yeah, go on, G. No, go on.
No, I was literally. I don't think it's a case of scouts. I don't think there's anything wrong with the scouts. I think the scouts are absolutely fine. I think they're finding the players. But when your manager doesn't want these players, then, or even when your manager doesn't want these players, thinks he doesn't need these players, and only wants like a specific player, any like crazy bucket list that he's asking for, this is the situation that you find yourself in. If he doesn't want the players, scouts can only scout for so long. Yeah, I mean, everyone keeps talking about Inacio. He might not even want Inacio. Then what? Now what do? We've seen the release clause. It's chicken change. We can pay it if we want to pay it. Does Klopp even want the guy? Probably not. We've had all summer. You mean to tell me the guy's even looking to sign a new deal, and that a release clause is going to go up to 60 million euros. So that tells me you weren't even really feeling my man from the jump.
That's what's funny. Like, it's so mad how we can have our personal preferences. Then you might put a tweet out. Then the fan base catch on to it. Then we're making it a bigger thing than what it actually is. Do the club even want this player? Yes, us as fans do. But do you know if our manager and the club even want the player? Because if they don't, it's irrelevant. We're just bigging them up for another club to sweep them, essentially. Do you know what I mean? So you're actually spot on with that. Spot on with that.
I mean, all we seem to have done this window is been involved with Chelsea's transfer business, tapped up some of their players, you know, annoyed Southampton, annoyed Brighton twice, and that's it. Like what the hell are we doing? Like, seriously, like you touched on before about Chelsea, like they're building a team for the future. Like, they're buying 20, 21-year-old players who are relatively cheap, who are going to have massive sell-on value, who are about to pop in the next couple of years. We're buying 15-year-olds. Like, we are miles behind it right now. Like, it's pretty sad, to be fair. Like, and we've been linked with so many young players that have now moved to clubs and then moved to other clubs for like 100 million, 80 million. You know, we've been linked with all those players a long time ago. Like, we need to change this transfer strategy plan. Like, if we've got 100 million, because we have, we should just go and spend that 100 million on 5 or 6 players that are like 25 million each. You know, 20, 21-year-olds right across the board, fill the squad up, you know, have them on the bench, you know, bring them on for European football every now and again, whatever. You know, we can have 25 squad players. We haven't even got enough to fill a 25-man squad, by the way. That's an issue as well. You know, we're just doing things the wrong way. Like, I don't want us to spend 110 million on one player when we need 3 or 4 to fill the squad out. Because at the moment, we're bringing kids off the bench against Chelsea away. A 17-year-old and a 19-year-old off the bench to change the game. That's just not good enough. Not for a team that wants to challenge.
Question is, do we want to challenge?
Real talk.
Exactly.
Real talk.
Top 5.
But yeah, man.
The trophy.
Yeah. But yeah, man, people, that's it. That's the news, man. We got 60 million for Lavia. Chelsea fans think they've agreed a deal. Like, the news is all over the place at the moment. So I guess we have to just twiddle our thumbs, sit. I mean, sit down on the floor, folded legs, folded arms, like in school, like in primary school, like this. Fingers
heads down, thumbs up, people.
Heads down, thumbs up, and then just wait until you get that tap. Wait until you get that.
Yeah, I used to love that game.
The little pin.
Hey, hold on. Would you man play it now? Would you play it now?
Bro, that's why one of the girls I used to date, big up Rebecca though. One of the girls I used to date when I was in primary school, man. That's how we found out that we liked each other. Yeah, I mean, she picked, man. Yo, you man don't know about head down, thumbs up and that.
No, it's an elite game.
My was moving like FSG, you know, getting like little winks and little looks and touches. They're thinking, yeah, you know, 110, 111 million. There you go. They're thinking, whoa. We're just admiring your kick, bro. Do you know what I mean? Getting excited, but yeah, man. And obviously, shout out to G Roms. Obviously, came up for tuning in, and all of you guys in the building. As we said, guys, make sure we are smashing like, and every single one of you guys, please head over to GTV. It's down and below. Subscribe to GTV Football Channel. I've just checked. I think it's like 2 or 1 subscriber away from
guys,
700.
I'm 2 away. I beg, before you guys even leave the stream, I just want to get 700 before Manchester United, you know, the scum, before they kick off today, so that we can end this match day 700, and then we move, and then we obviously can start working on getting Jerry to 5 million subs. You know what I mean? So, come on, people.
100. It was 100 million. Why are you lowering it, G? What's wrong with you?
You know what? I'm actually dumb. So I'm sorry. Getting to 100 million subs, man. Come on, man. You're gonna be doing giveaways, and that's gonna be crazy.
There we go, 100%, man. The giveaways will be done. Just be like 110.
Bro, you be giving away. Listen, the giveaways will be dumb at that many subs, you know. Oh my god.
I might even go and just give away something to like Caicedo. Just give something to him.
Why not?
Why not?
Get him on the channel, man. Like I said, if you're watching, man, we'd love to have a conversation with you, bro.
Send this back to Ecuador. Relative will be gassed. You know what I mean?
100%. And Colombia as well for Diaz and that. You know what I'm saying? You know, Diaz got 1-2 family. And
exactly, man. But look, so guys, please, guys, make sure that you're obviously subscribing to both channels, subscribing to obviously the K-Mac channel as well. Before we head out and before I let the people know what's coming up on the Jerry James Show, let the people know what's popping up on the K-Mac channel.
I'm doing the second part of the FSG Klopp and Pep Guardiola, kind of like in-depth dive of how they work together and spending under FSG and all that kind of stuff. I've already done the first part, which was an hour and a half on FSG and the management under Klopp and also Rodgers and Kenny Dalglish. So I'm finishing that off this week. If you want to tune in, please do. Thanks.
There we go. Big up. Yeah, guys, please make sure obviously we're doing that. We're heading over to obviously the K-Mac channel and checking that out as well. Some really, really, really good content. And guys, make sure that we are hitting the notification bell because this evening today at 5:36, one of those times. Oh wow, one of those times. The tactics board returns, man. The tactics board, the long-awaited tactics board, the deep dive into the stats. I don't know what the hell we were doing, how we did it, and why Salah was taken off a dunk. And I'm gonna leave it there. And until next time, people, it's been the Jerry James Show, and we're out, people. Have a good afternoon.